Hey everybody out there, this is Seto Kaiba from your Yu-Gi-Oh! Chat channel. And today guys, I want to first say I apologize for this new Google Plus thing. I'm having some trouble commenting on some of you guys. Some comments it will allow me to comment on, some comments it won't. I'm trying to understand it, so I apologize if I haven't gotten back to your comments guys. I try as best I can, but this new system's kind of confusing for me. I'm not the most tech savvy person. So today, guys, like the title said, we're going to talk about pet peeves I have in Yu-Gi-Oh! And what really grinds my gears about Yu-Gi-Oh! First thing I got to talk about is this. Okay, you're doing that? Okay, yeah. Okay, you made Drago Sack. Is it my turn yet? Yep. It's people that do this. Now, granted, I used to do this too, so I will admit, I used to do this. And it annoyed me because I used to do it. And so pretty much what I did, maybe I've stopped it a lot less. I stopped doing it a lot now. Maybe it's because of the fact I play blackjack and poker. I don't do this as much. I don't know. But what I do now is I do this, okay? Okay, set, play, okay, go. And I'll put my hand down. And I may pick it up just to look for a second. Okay, nope. I just put my hand down for two reasons. Number one, it stops me from doing this. And number two, people around me can't see what's going on. And they don't ask me, oh, what's your hand? What's your hand? That's another thing I want to talk about, but we'll get to that later. Other things that drive me nuts is when players do this, guys. Okay. And I'm playing my turn. They're just going like this. Like, okay, are you done yet? Are you done yet? And I do this too, but I usually do it when I want a good card. So I'll be like setting it, I'll have it down there on the ground. I'll be like, okay, come on, baby. Come on, deck. It's like I'm talking to the deck literally. I'm like, come on, deck. Give me a good card. Let's finish this game off good, baby. Yeah, you know, give me that good card. And 99% of the time, about 80% of the time, it works. I don't know why. It just works. Especially in my Gravekeeper deck, that is true. I'll usually get the card I need when I do that, you know, with my cards. But I hate when other people do it. It's things that I do that I hate other people doing. You know, what can I say? I'm contradicting myself, but still. Other things that I don't do but really annoy me is when I'll be playing and people will come up behind me. Oh, you should do that right now. Like, oh my gosh, you should do that. And they'll literally go for my card and try to play it. And I'm like, dude, this is my deck. I know how to play it. Let me play it. I mean, literally, I've had people come up behind me. People I didn't even know. Like, I've been at, like, you know, people I never even talked to. They'll just come behind me. Play that, and they'll like grab my card out of my hand. I'm like, dude, stop it. You know. And then I've had people when I'm playing and they'll just be like this. Oh, you should do that because that's what he's gonna do. You know, they'll come up behind you. They're like the little person on your shoulder. You know, whispering in your ear like, okay, this is what you should do. You should do this. Like literally, they'll be right next to your neck, and you're like, okay, that's annoying. Stop it. I know how to play. But sometimes it is helpful. I've asked my opponents sometimes, like, if I don't know what type of deck he's playing, like, for example, when Mermails first came out, and I was playing against a Mermail deck for the first time in real life, I asked my friend if he could help me out, and I asked the opponent, is it okay if he helps me out, just telling me, you know, the different type of plays you'd play so I know how to play against the deck properly. My opponent, who was a good friend of mine, said, yeah, that's fine. And my friend will, you know, be like, okay, he's going to do that. He's going to, you know, drop Dragoons to, you know, search and, you know, da-di-da-di-da. You know, it's probably a Bisphere in the back row, just letting you know. You know, the first time, you know, I was playing the deck, and then I would go again to game 2, and I would just play the deck normally. It wasn't at a tournament or anything. It was just, you know, playing for casual so I could understand how the deck, you know, properly plays and how people play it in real life. So that was a good thing. But sometimes Will has a habit of literally coming up to me, like I just said, and just be like, dude, you need to do that, you know, play like that, you know, that's the best move for the board right now, so you should do that. I'm like, Will, man, my friend, I know what I'm doing. And even my friend Reggie, who it happened to one time, I think it happened last week, Will tried to do that when I was playing Black Wings. And my friend Reggie's like, dude, Kevin's a good player. Just let him do what he needs to do. I know he's got the board, he's going to win, but just let him do it, okay? He knows what he's doing. And so those are just some of my pet peeves, guys. But, you know, there's other pet peeves I have, but they mostly relate to Dueling Network. You know, people stalling out, like, for time. That's another thing. that really annoys me is when we go into time sometimes, and if you're in a tournament or regionals and you go into time and the guy will just be sitting there and he'll have that one card. I literally had this happen to me one time. I was just sitting there at regionals and the judge called time and the guy just had one. It was my opponent's turn and he just had one card and he stalled out there for like 3 minutes. I'm like, dude, you have one card. You have no cards on the board. You only have one card on the board. Excuse me. I think he had like Jalbin the Spiritualist, and he's just like, I'm like, dude, you're just stalling out. I got a monster to run over that card. I doubt you have anything. And the guy's like, no, no, no. I just need to think if I need to play this one card. Come to find out, that one card, it was MST. I'm just like, dude. And I called the judge over, who was a good friend of mine. And I said, dude, he's just stalling out. He's taking 4 or 5 minutes just on one card. And the judge said to my opponent, you have to make a play now or I'll disqualify you and you'll lose the game. So the guy made a move and I won the match. But I hate when that happens. I've had it sometimes where literally, I hate when like opponents just stall out in time, just be like, biding their time. They won't do nothing or just stall. And I've had it before, like I'll ask, would you like, when time is up, I'll ask, would you like to finish this duel properly? I'll ask to my opponent. And most of the time they'll say, yeah, let's finish this duel the correct way, But I've had other times where the player would be like, my opponent would be like, no, 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 we got into time, I won, I won. I'm like, yeah, you won. You just sat there with maybe 2 cards in your hand and just saying, okay, yep, I'm just going to wait till time runs out. That's not the proper way to play, Play it properly. Play the game right, whatever. But don't just try to get a cheapo win, is what I call it. That's just what I call it, but whatever. Those are my thoughts, guys. Those are things that grind my gears and things my pet peeves in Yu-Gi-Oh, guys. If we were going to talk about Dueling Network, like I said, there's a whole bunch of other things, but that's Dueling Network. You guys probably know what those are. But those are some scenarios where things that just grind my gears. I could keep going on and nitpicking stuff, but those are just the major ones that come to mind. Down below, guys, please tell me what grinds your gears in Yu-Gi-Oh? What are your pet peeves in Yu-Gi-Oh? Tell me down below, guys. And until next time, good luck dueling, have fun dueling, fight the main meta, and guys, I'll see you guys next time. Seto Kaiba, guys, I'm out of here, guys, till next time. Good luck dueling to y'all.